Okay, so hey guys, welcome back to another interview. Today I'm here with Joe Earp, a victorious Joe Earp. Joe, how are we doing, mate?
Very good, pal. Very good. Just a bit of subpar performance, but we'll just get better next time. I just got drawn into probably what I didn't want to do, but it's all right, I suppose. Just come back better next time. But at least I got victory, and he were tough as well. He were a tough lad. He took a lot of punches, and he gave me a lot of that really. So there you go.
Of course, and I mean you were there, you were main eventing. Of course, does that kind of add any more additional pressure as well?
Not really additional pressure. Probably I just managed day a little bit wrong because I came here early about 12:30 to see doctor, whereas I should have maybe said I'll come later on 5 o'clock. So that just did me in a bit. But apart from that, no pressure. I'm a bit old now. I'm 38-year-old, so I'm not going to really get nervous because that's it. Really.
No, of course, and so. I suppose even though you maybe were going in this as the away fighter because of all his fans and everything like that, but were you maybe a little bit on edge when it was announced as a split decision because it could have gone either way?
Yeah, I mean, I did have a discussion about that before. I sort of kind of wanted to clearly win every round, just so that didn't happen. But I just did completely from the start opposite to what I wanted to. I kind of thought he were going to come forward a lot more. And then I get it about 30 seconds, and then I thought, oh, stuff this. I'll try to make a fight of it, which I should have stuck to my guns a bit. But I think that in back of my head with what you've just said, that's why. Because I thought I've got to do something to win this round. And by doing that, probably slipped into what he wanted to do, a bit more brawling wise. But there you go. I mean, listen, I'd box him again, to be fair. I said after the fight, I said, we want a clear victory, and if he wants to do it again, I'll do it again to try and obviously do what I should have done this time.
Of course, but still, either way, very entertaining fight, and from maybe a neutral perspective, very entertaining. And
that's ultimately what it's all about, innit? People don't pay to watch a boring fight, and I suppose me being a southpaw, and he's a little bit unorthodox as well, it can end up, if we try and both box a little bit, it can end up a bit of a boring fight, and it's only 6 rounds, so nobody's going to get hurt that much in 6 rounds, so I might as well make a fight and let some punches go.
Of course, and I mean, for an unlicensed show, I've been saying this in most of my interviews, it's been a great show and kind of given that professional kind of vibe to it. And what have you made of the whole show?
Listen, unlicensed shows, they get a bit of a bad rep, but these, I've been saying it all along, I say it to John and Ollie, there's a gap for it between amateur boxing and professional boxing. Listen, professional boxing in everywhere, there's probably only 10% of professional boxers actually professional athletes. You've got professional athletes boxing against people who work 9 to 5. Maybe when somebody gets into the 20s, they start having a family and stuff, they don't want to box amateur. They're not dedicated enough to box full-time professional. So there's a gap for this. John puts great shows on. There's other people who put good shows on, but then there's a lot of people who get a bad name and you're just turning up to watch one person beat another person. Red corner wins all the time. Listen, there's a gap for it, and these are trying to do it. Maybe if a lot of others got on board with it and put these sort of shows on, it'll get a lot more publicity. I mean, a great show today. Even when John puts them on at Prism, they're still great shows, great fights. People love coming to watch. So that's why I come. That's why I come an hour, a fight here instead of local, because I just want to fight on these shows. Good.
Of course, and so for yourself next up, I mean, you said you would love to possibly rematch your opponent, but is there any other kind of avenues? Of course, you are the champion.
Yeah, well, obviously, I've got that belt. Lee Frotcher's got the one sort of above me. He's not been boxing, I mean, since before COVID. I mean, really, I've only boxed twice since then. I think he was toying with the idea of fighting me on this one, but I don't think he was going to be ready. He's had a bad shoulder, so I know John's talked about maybe me fighting him in November. Listen, if he's not ready for that, fair enough. I would rematch Kenny or anybody. Look, I play rugby as well, so November is a bit dodgy because I will be playing rugby the week before. I can't get away from that. So it's a toss-up, but I love doing it. I say I won't do it, but then as soon as it gets offered, I'm like, yeah, go on then. But yeah.
Brilliant. And with this final question, which I always like to ask, just for the fans that came out today, what would you like to say to them?
Just a good turnout, and it's nice that people bought tickets for boxers early on in card. It's good that they stayed, or a lot of them stayed for the full show, which you do get that, people just doing one. Yeah, good. good fans.
Amazing stuff. Thank you very much, Joe.
Cheers, thank you.